de Imus. Second referee is Jeffrey Barrientos. And now let's meet the starters. First, for the PLDT High Speed Hitters. Middle blocker from De La Salle University, number 3, team captain, Mika Reyes. Center from the University of Santo Tomas, number 12, Rhea Di Maculangan. Middle blocker from the University of St. La Salle, number 13, Del Panomata. Opposite hitter from La Salle, number 14, Mitch Morente. Outside spiker from the University of Perpetual Health System Delta, number 15, Corporal Royce Tubino. Outside spiker from Central Philippines University, number 17, Fiola Ceballos. Starting libero from the University of the East, number 8, Kat Arado. Head coach for PLDT is Reld Ricafort. And now the starters for Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh, Vietnam. Opposite hitter, number 17, captain Nguyen Hoang. Outside spiker, number 5, Nguyen Hong. Middle blocker, number 8, Nguyen Ngam. Center, number 10, Lee Cham. Middle blocker, number 12, Pham Quinn. Outside spiker, number 17, Lee Xuan. Starting libero, number 3, Dang Tuan. And the head coach for Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh is Pham Long. This game is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. PLDT versus Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. This is the PVL.
Here are your starters. Start a new way to watch the PVL VIE Pilipinas live app. Download and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month. Starting lineup for the PLDT High Speed Hitters. Same starters that Coach Ralph fielded in their previous game. No changes here. Billy Capistrano with Coach Ronnie Magsanok and Rain Texon as we move on to the starters this time for Team Vietnam, Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. Also the same starters that they fielded in during that loss against Kurashiki Ablaze.
You're correct. As we take a look at Mayan Mendres also, who did not see action in that match in the 3-set win versus the F2 Logistics.
It was a great win for PLDT and they're hoping to sustain that momentum here in this game against our Vietnamese team. But Vietnam will score their first point here in set number 1 in this game.
Coming from Lee Tram, with 2 points in that 4-set loss versus Kurashiki. But important for PLDT to keep an eye on the 2 leading scorers, but more than that, make sure that they're able to also contain the other points of attack for Vietnam.
That's right, Coach Ronnie. And again, for our Vietnamese team, they're looking for their first win here in our tournament. And that will be point number 2 for Quinn.
We talked about the fact that this is a solid defensive team, but that was an overball that they had, and as a result, it turned out to be a 3-point for Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. We're ahead right now by 2 points.
That's right, Coach Ron, that will be a 3-point given here for PLDT as we turn it over to Rain for her report. Go ahead, Rain.
PLDT may be up against a new challenger, but the high-speed hitters will not veer away from their unique style of play. Now, when I talked to Kat Arado earlier, she mentioned that the team was watching Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh's last game, and they kept a close eye on the team's ability to block, which is also PLDT's strength. So expect a tight battle at the net as these two teams fight fire with fire and Sato at the question of the game, which is which team will have more blocks. You can answer this question and live stream our broadcast on the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for just 99 pesos per month. So Billy and Coach Ronnie, I'll throw it back to you guys. Who do you think will control the net?
Well, you know what, Rain, in their previous game against Japan, Vietnam actually had 9 kill blocks, which was a great number, great output for them. But Coach Ronnie, what do you think? Who's going to get more blocks here?
Might be PLDT if they try to emulate the kind of effort that Vietnam had against Japan. And what we saw in that initial match for Vietnam was that they were out-hit.
Right.
In terms of attack points, they were 25 points behind. But they've also seen the opposition before that match that they played. So meron na rin silang scouting report at nakita mo. Pag nakita mo at nalaman mo kung sinong kalaban mo, nag-iiba eh. And we saw Japan really play much better today.
Exactly.
Against the Spiders. A sweep of a win in 3 straight sets. Del Palomata scoring her first point. USLS. Yes, pero sa akin, LSS ang pangalan ni Del Palomata. Bakit? Leading scorer and she has really come out of her shell. The former national player, ang number 1 go-to guy o go-to player ngayon para sa PLDT.
That's right, Coach Ron. And we know Del Palomata has improved over the years.
Much improved.
Ever since we first saw her here in the PVL. If you go back to this game, great hustle being shown by Vietnam, and they're going to send this one over. Chance here for PLDT. Royce Tobino, that's a good dig. You got a good rally going on here. Tobino, and once again, try another good dig by their libero. Suan, no go. De Maculangan fights Tobino. 3rd time's a charm. And that's still alive. They set it over. Del Palomata tries to end it. No go. Just at the net. They go to the team captain. Ball is still alive. Tobino, and nobody there for Vietnam.
Sign of things to come. A long rally that puts PLDT ahead of Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. Tobino, 7 of 29 versus the Signal HG Spikers. They lost that match in 3 sets. 18 of 46 versus F2 Logistics. Exploded for 20 points. Won that game in 3 straight sets.
And that was a great confidence boosting win here for PLDT, Coach
They
Ronnie.
needed that. They were
Absolutely.
on the brink. Kasi pagpasok nila sa semis, 0-1 na sila eh. Tapos talo sa Signal. So 0-2 ka na.
And of course, it would mean so much also to this team if they possibly win against Vietnam. But so far, so good here for both our squads. We are tied at 4 here in set number 1.
Very important to stay close to the Cool Smashers and Japan, who are leading the way right now in our 6-team semifinals, na kung saan they are 2-0. So a win here today by PLDT puts them at 2-2.
Sabi nga natin, Coach Ron, the stakes are high because only 2 teams, of course, will be advancing to the winner-take-all finals.
Nakita mo yung malalakas na mga teams hindi rin nakapasok sa semis.
And anything can happen here in our invitational conference right
Correct.
now. Vietnam leading by 1 point.
You also have to factor in the playing schedule.
Exactly.
They play almost every day. Local teams, 4 matches in the semis.
That's right, Coach
The
Ron.
guest teams will play 5 games.
So kailangan talaga not only, being fit physically, but also that mental toughness.
Yes. 2 points out of the first 5 points for the HD Spikers. I mentioned about the fact that Tobino was averaging just close to 8.5 points per game. As Del Palomata led the way, Joey Prado, when she was healthy, was 11 points per match. But Fiola Ceballos has also more than made up for the absence of Joey Prado, who went down with a knee injury a couple of weeks ago.
That was her second game against Creamline. If I'm not mistaken, it was in that second set that she went down with that ACL injury. As we take a look at this replay.
This is what Di Maculangan does so well. Change the pace. Ball distribution, leading the defense, helping her team once again build a 1-point lead.
A veteran setter for PLDT.
And
Chuan.
anytime national player.
That's right, Coach. They'll try again. Same spot. Different play. Gets it.
And Kath Arado has to work double time. Omnipresent, but this is a different opponent. A team that they will play only for the first time compared to the local teams na kung saan mas kabisado nila. And again, we expect Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh to really play much better today after their first loss against Japan last night.
We are at 6-all here in set number 1. Palomata, she was dug up. Chuan. Dimac sends it over. Chuan again with a push. Nandun si Morente. And that's going to be a point for Rhea De Maculangan.
Anytime your playmaker is a scoring threat, that augurs well for your offense. Look at this last sequence. As if Del Palomata was going to be the recipient. Instead, Di Maculangan Able to find the hole in the defense with that dump play. 1-point lead once again for the black shirts.
As Del Palamata prepares to serve for PLDT. Currently has 2 points here in our ball game.
Just like Royce Tubino.
Schwan. And that is going to be too wide for
Almost
Vietnam.
exclusive. Chuan gets the majority of the touches. 2-point lead. PLDT.
Bingo Plus, the first live streaming bingo in the Philippines. We're back here at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. It is a PLDT High Speed Hitters versus our Vietnamese team, Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. Billy Capistrano with Coach Ronnie Magsano, Ray Dixon manning the sidelines. You have Kath Arado at the end of the elimination round. She was the best receiver in the league. Of course, one of the top diggers as well.
All right. Ranks 1 and 2 in the defensive categories. Once again, putting herself in a position to be one of the recipients of the citations at the end of the conference.
Whenever she does, you know, very well-deserved award, but we'll have to see. Here comes Schwan, goes for the kill, gets the point.
And most of the time, she has gone cross-court. You have to get used to the fact that she gets majority, if not exclusive, of all the sets that have been given so far.
And Schwan with 2 points as well here in our game.
They are moving definitely better tonight, talking about Vietnam.
More confident as well, Coach Ronnie.
Although they won the first set last night against Japan.
And that's going to be a point here for Vietnam as they tie this game with PLDT.
Perfect timing on that attempted dump by Rhea de Maculangan.
Great anticipation by
Yes.
Vietnam on that play.
First offensive block for them, a team that had 9 blocks yesterday against Japan.
Rhea, back set to Mika Reyes. And that finds the corner of the court.
Mika Reyes is the 4th best scorer for PLDT. Mitch Morente, also among the leading scorers for the High Speed Hitters. And then you have Viola Ceballos coming alive here, especially in the last 2 matches here in the semis, wherein I believe she's average close to 9 points per match.
That's right, Coach Ron. Around 9 points for Viola Ceballos in the absence, of course, of Jovi Prado. That was still playable. De Maculangan just a little too late to put it up.
Again to the open hitter. Time and again, that has been the focal point on offense for Vietnam. That is something that PLDT has to control. They also have to defend it better to be able to transition and counter on offense.
As their middle blocker will get ready to serve for the red shirts.
Good read by Arado. 3 point given up by the red shirts.
And it's interesting to note, Coach Ronnie, in their previous game against Japan, Vietnam did not have any service aces.
Correct.
Ceballos on deck to serve.
That was 71 attempts from the service line.
That's right. So no service aces for Vietnam.
And they gave up 5.
How about that block this time?
Some two-way plays here from Mika Reyes. Going back to the question earlier of Rain Dixon. We'll have more blocks. My simple answer is PLDT has to have more blocks today than Vietnam if they're to pull through. versus Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh.
And also, we have PLDT, a much taller team
Yes.
than Vietnam. I believe the tallest player here for Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh is 5'8". Even the middle blockers are 5'8", compared, of course, to the tall blockers of PLDT. Mika Reyes
Saka puro bata,
and Del
no?
Palamata, yes. The youngest player for the Red Shirts was born 2006 or 2007, if I'm
Wow.
not mistaken.
Mitch Morente had 39 points in the first 4 matches, close to a double-digit average. 7 points versus Signal, 3 points versus F2 Logistics. There's 5 points per game in the semis for the former Lady Trooper. Service ace given up by the Red Shirts. Now they're behind by 4 on this good 4-point surge delivered by the High Speed Hitters.
Anh đứng là nếu mà anh không đỡ nữa thì anh phải đứng lùi ra ngoài một chút nữa để Xuân mạnh dạn đỡ đi. Tại sao cứ nhường nhau thế thì đánh bóng cứ nhường nhau. Hai người cứ lướt lưng ấy. Nếu mà anh bảo anh đỡ chúng người anh đỡ Xuân lùi vào trong. Phân công ra rõ ràng ra.
Simply put, Pham Long is not happy.
We can hear it also in the tone of his voice, not happy at all.
Difficult when you are in a big hole and they know for a fact that this happened to them yesterday. Hindi ka na nga makapatay ng bola, hindi ka pa maka-receive. Especially against a team which just won last night. And you don't want to go down at 0-2 as well because he knows for a fact na 5 lang yung lalaruin nila sa ating single round robin semis.
Yes, it's a slippery slope if ever you
Correct.
do lose, this game. As we get back to our match at hand, they give this one to Tobino. She scored 20 in their previous game. And that's going to be a point
Good
for
delay.
Wong.
Good delay on that hit. The leading scorer last night was 12 of 49, stopping a 4-point run for PLDT as they hit double figures here in set 1.
Slowly trying to close that gap here with PLDT, talking about Vietnam,
Well, scoring after a timeout,
as they should.
as they should.
Here comes Mitch Morente. That goes wide for Morente. Point goes to the Red Shirts. Right now, PLDT holding on to a very slim 2-point lead.
You know how well PLDT played against F2? They only had 16 errors in that match. They were 45 versus 30 in terms of attack points. Seamless. And they have to be wary of the fact that merong comeback characteristics.
And that's going to be the first service ace.
Correct.
For Vietnam. Again, wala silang service ace in their game against Japan. And we saw a while ago that the Japanese girls are here watching this match as well. They have yet to face PLDT, and maybe that's why they're here tonight.
I believe that will be the final match of PLDT because they have played F2. They have gone up against the Signal HD Spikers. Hindi nila lalaruin ng Cool Smashers dahil tinalo na sila sa pool phase.
That's right. They go to the team captain. She's blocked. They set it over to Wong. Challenging the blocker. De Macolangan sends it over to Royce Tobino. What a good dig by their libero.
Oh.
Nobody there for PLDT. What a donut hole in their defense. Good read by Wong.
3-point run after giving up 4 straight points, and all those points came after a timeout. But that service ace was critical in this fight back para dito sa Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh.
As PLDT will call for time.
Pwede normalan lang na ganyan. Kasi ganyan lang tsatsagain talaga. Yung back open na iiwan. Yung kabilang side, kailangan gumana. Isahan lang naman yun. Sobrang buka ba kanina? Hindi naman, sakto lang.
Okay,
Isa lang yung kabila. Mga bantayan ng mga bantayan.
Nablas ako, okay lang.
Basta ulit. Bio!
Taga lang! Nice! PLDT! Good momentum stopper here for PLDT, trying to call that timeout because right now, Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh with their own 4-0 run.
That's why we're tied at 13.
Dimaculangan, back set to Morente.
And again,
Another good dig by their libero. Wong will try again. Once more challenging the blockers. They try Morente again. They're going to try to chase this one. Dimac to Mika Reyes. No go. Great hustle by Vietnam. And Wong tucks it in.
beats the double block, scores against Mika Reyes. Restores a 1-point lead on this 5-0 blast.
And right now, Coach Ron, she has stopped scoring again here.
No doubt. Yes.
5 points for her.
Halos sa kanya lahat eh.
Yeah, they keep feeding her. Siya naman talaga yung effective here in this
What about
match.
the setter who has been at the service line for the longest time?
That's Lee Cham. And Cham will set it over again to Wong. Different attack. Tobino with a push. Good defense.
Over.
And another good rally that we're having here as Tobino will try.
Ooh.
Take a look at the libero of Vietnam. Go! Dimaculangan tries Morente this time.
Finally for Mitch Morente. Tobino was checked. Morente finally delivers. But what about the floor defense of Kinh Bac-Bac Nin's libero?
Exactly, Coach Ron. That's
Time and
down
again,
one.
she has denied those points for PLDT that could have enabled PLDT to stay ahead.
In their previous game, she had 21 excellent digs. Talking about Dang Tuan, their main libero here for Vietnam.
21-49 to be exact.
So great matchup din to, Coach Ronnie, with Kath Arado, as Vietnam overtakes PLDT here in set number 1.
Player number 12, who had 6 points, scores her first here in the set. Vietnam fighting back. Nakita mo naman yung tono kanina ni Coach Pam Long. Talagang nag-respond yung mga players.
At meron talagang sense of urgency.
Ang lakas eh.
And good for Vietnam for responding well to Coach Pham Long. Ball is still live. Tobino.
That will be out.
Yeah, that's going to be outside. Point
Wow.
will go to Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh.
6-1 run for Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. One timeout left for Coach Ralph Ricafort, a winning coach from the PVL. A second technical timeout.
Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh in the lead, 16-14. Experience world-class basketball action at home with Signal's FIBA World Cup pay-per-view offer for only 650 pesos. Watch all games from start to finish, no commercials, and in high definition. Plus, access to the exclusive FIBA shows. Visit Signal.tv for more details. The FIBA World Cup pay-per-view is also available to satellite subscribers. And we were talking about her a while ago. That is their main libero. We have Dang Tuan, 21 excellent digs in their previous game.
You
And she's
have to be impressed.
Exactly. I mean, only 5'2", Coach Ronnie. So agile, though, for the squad. Again, just talking about her, Palomata. Their setter will give it up.
Wow.
To Wong from the back row. Good dig. Tobino.
Off the block point for Tobino. Has to get more touches right
That's
now.
right. There's a check there.
The pin hitters have to deliver. Ceballos has been quiet, but has to be better sa kanyang floor defense and reception.
So far, Tobino with 3 points, Morente with 3 of her own. And as you mentioned, Ceballos pretty silent here in our set number
Exactly.
1.
Morente tying her scoring output against F2 Logistics.
Morente sends it to Tobino. Oh, what a block, but that goes off the block here for Quinn.
Totally different team from what we saw last night. Moving better, attacking with more force, zero tempo play. Beating Del Palomata.
And a lot more confidence here for Vietnam.
Nakabalik, no? From a 13-9 deficit, this is an 8-2 surge generated by Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh.
Here comes Del Palomata with a hammer of her own, though.
Her own version of a slide play. And ready Makulangan has to be more creative dahil hindi nila mapatayan ng bola sa tibay ng floor defense ng libero. And even the blocking ng Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh has been very effective.
Absolutely, Coach Ronnie. It
Hindi
has
lang
been...
naman yung sorry Bill, hindi lang naman yung kill blocks ang binibilang mo,
That's
kundi
right.
yung nare-rebound mo para maka-atake ka in transition.
Yung mga counter-attacks na napaka-importante. That's a good attack here for Fiola Ceballos. We were just mentioning her na medyo silent siya. Well, now she has announced her
She's
entry
in the
here.
front line right now. She's in the front row. And she has to be productive. Parang hindi rin malaman kung sinong babantayan. And then, yung mga atake, kailangan may variation ka talaga dahil ang husay dumepensa sa unang set ng Vietnam.
17 points for both our squads. Here comes Oin, and she gets the point.
Back to a 1-point lead. Back set. Isolated. Dumaan.
She's a very smart player, Coach Ronnie. I believe she is the most veteran player here
And the
in
way
the
they
squad.
strike the ball tonight is totally different.
However,
The
that is
captain
going to be
gives up a free point.
that's going to be a service error for Nguyen Oin. Of course, much to the dismay of Coach Pham Long, we are again tied, this time at 18 all. We've had 11 deadlocks just in the first set alone. Schwan, nobody there for PLDT.
Time and again, the campfires happened here for the high-speed hitters. You cannot relax. Binabantayan nila yung cross court, but this was a well-placed shot. A drop that PLDT could not defend. That's why Arado is back.
So as much as it is a showdown of the middle blockers that we were talking about a while ago, it's also a showdown. It's becoming a showdown of the liberos of both teams, and they are so fun to watch.
At pag wala yung libero sa loob, kailangan trumabaho ka talaga defensively.
Exactly. Ceballos again, and she gets one against the libero of Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. Not this time.
Overpowering. Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. This is the way Vietnam has attacked the defense of PLDT. Cross-court point for Ceballos to win the set. Helping out Tubino and Morente. And she's the tripod in that offensive arsenal para kay Real de Maculangan.
And now we are tied at 19 all. 12th deadlock of our ball game. We have Rhea de Maculangan on deck to serve for the black shirts.
Ooh!
And that's going to sail outside for the veteran. We got some substitutions here for Vietnam.
Designated server coming up. De Maculangan at 3 points versus the F2 Logistics. 1 point so far here in set 1 for DMAC.
We have Chu Ngonc, one of the tallest players here for Vietnam.
Oh!
And that is still playable. Could have been their second service ace. They give this one to Wong. Good dig by Arado, as expected. Tobino from the back row. Chance here for PLDT with a drop. No good.
Ceballos has been a factor in the end game. Dito magkakatalo. The better finishing kick. Better defense here for PLDT. Look
That's
at that
right.
delay coming from Ceballos. Binitin talaga niya.
And she's the one who's stepping up here for PLDT.
Again, you have to be creative.
We've been seeing a lot of, different names pop up in every single PLDT game.
Right, full front line right now para sa PLDT. Ceballos in the back row.
She has 3 points as well here in our match. We're tied at 20 all, so it has been a very, very close game so far here in our set number 1. Ceballos serving.
Ooh,
That was misread by Vietnam. It looked like it was sailing outside, Coach Ronnie.
suddenly the ball decided to drop. No spin on that serve.
That's why
Three
Coach,
straight points for PLDT.
as Coach Pham Long calls for time.
His final timeout.
Xuống nhầm một tay nó thẳng thẳng một tay là 2 chắn. Đè xuống sân làm gì? Đánh bóng của bóng nó phát bay là nhẹ như thế, không biết lùi, không có chuẩn bị. Bỏ đê lại, tôi đã nói là 2 chị em nào bàn nhau nào. Chỗ này bao giờ cũng bị dính, nó hôm qua cũng thế rồi. Đứng ở sâu dưới một chút nữa nó phát như là chuẩn bị là nhớ chưa? Ôi giời, chạy nhanh sau lém cho nhanh cũng được. Chuyển nhanh cho nó buông để cho nó biết.
Much like that other timeout that we heard from Vietnam, Coach Pham Long not happy with the way things are going, especially after that service ace from PLDT Coach Ronnie.
Giving up a free point late in the set is a mortal sin, especially at this stage of the competition.
So with this, with that timeout, Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh, they got to toughen up here in set number 1. They go to Wong. That is inside, cross court for the top scorer for Vietnam. 6 points for her.
In between zones 4 and 5, that has been the masterpiece delivery in their points of attack. Every time they call a timeout, they go on a scoring surge.
Rhea goes to Tobino, challenging the blockers of Vietnam. Back set, blocked. What a dig, they just weren't able to put it up. And the coach of Vietnam, we can see him from where we are, very upset with that play.
Defensive breakdown, but once again, just like Ceballos, Tobino starting to be more creative. Hindi lang palakasan, kundi yung basa sa depensa kasi antibay talaga. But that last attack, nakita mo nasira yung rotation sa depensa.
Siyempre may discarded din na
Kailangan.
nakasali sa laro.
Ang husay magbalik ng bola.
22 serving 21 here in our first set. Here comes Mika Reyes. That's gonna be a rotational error called on Vietnam. We have our coach talking to our referees, trying to find an explanation. But our referee says there was a rotational error, Coach
Yes.
Ronnie. The point will go
Even
to the high-speed hitters.
the technical head here.
And play continues. PLDT with a 2-point advantage
This is a
here.
huge break for the high-speed hitters.
Momentum shift talaga for PLDT.
2 points ahead and only 2 points away from stealing this first set.
A very crucial time for both squads. They go to Wong. Reyes was there. They give this one to Royce Tobino, finding her way through that block. Wong again.
Oh,
And she gets the point.
they get one back. Still down by 1.
It's been a very, very tight set number 1 for both our teams.
And again, that part of the floor sa high-speed hitters.
It's been a
Kung
problem.
hindi sa gitna, in between zones 4 and 5.
So they gotta adjust accordingly right now.
Hindi nagda-down the line eh.
That's right, Coach Ronnie, but how about that from the veteran Royce Tobino, 20 points in their previous game.
That's why she was the easy choice to pick up after the Lady Troopers decided not to participate in the Invitational Conference.
And right now they are at set point. We got substitutions here for Coach Ralph. Dennis Puzon checks in, as well as Erica Santos. First time for them here in our match. She will go straight to the service line, talking about Puzon.
2 set points for Coach Ral Ricafort and the High Speed Hitters.
This has to be a good serve for Venice. Good control though by Vietnam. Xuan. Puzon, back set to Santos. That was a good dig by their libero. Puzon, babalik kay Santos one more time. And that's gonna go to Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. They call that outside. We got substitutions again here for the red shirts.
Perfect chance to close out for Santos.
Win Ngong checks in for Coach Pham Long. As Pham Quinn is on deck to serve for Vietnam. Puzon, bump set to Tobino. Xuan. Puzon to Santos again. Right in the hands of Wong as they give this one back to Xuan with a drop.
Good coverage. Oh,
Chance here for Vietnam. Back set. Team captain with a push. Del Palamata with a push of her own.
wow. Excellent rally in favor of the black shirts. And the High Speed Hitters will survive the fight back of Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh.
Take a look at that last play one more time, Coach Ronnie.
What
Total
about
team effort.
Cantarado and Royce Tobino playing tough defense. Excellent floor defense, enabling them to transition. And Puzon able to activate Del Palamata in the nick of time to save this set in favor of the High Speed Hitters.
New streaming experiences also await by the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month. You're still watching the game between the PLDT High Speed Hitters and our team from Vietnam, Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. 25-23 was our score in 34 minutes of play in set number 1. Coach Ron, what can you say about how well PLDT played against Vietnam?
We talked about the fact that very important for the floor defense to be omnipresent. Number 2, for Tobino, Ceballos, and Morente to be able to help out on offense. Del Palamata has been a constant. She's the leading scorer for PLDT. But they need her, she can deliver. She has proven that all throughout this conference. Pero nagustuhan ko doon is yung steady nerves ng High Speed Hitters. Kasi grabe yung atake ng Vietnam. Hindi naman sila, may isang drop, but most of the time, they attack with much force. At very hard to score against their floor defense as well. In fact, they erased a 4-point deficit and built a 2-point lead late in the set. They even had more attack points. Unfortunately, they had more errors that happened in that clutch time, in that crunch time. And eventually, I thought that yung diskarte na naman ni Rede Makulangan sa dulo was key as to why PLDT was able to overcome itong Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. Good comparative numbers between Arado and Dang Quan. 9 of 16 digs for the libero ng Vietnam. 11 of 19 meanwhile for Kat Arado. 57.8% for Kat Arado. 56.25%. Match na match.
Match na match talaga. It's such an exciting, game to watch when you focus as well on the liberos of each squads.
Because most of the time, what is highlighted is yung
Mga attackers.
scorers.
Very interesting game that we're having right now. Again, PLDT versus Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. This Monday, thank you so much for joining us, whether it's via One Sports or the Pilipinas Live app. Billy Capistrano with Coach Ronnie Magsano. We also have Rain Tixon manning the sidelines for us.
The spotlight on the liberos when the likes of Catarado, Don Macandili, Denden Revilla among others. Diba? Marami pang iba na mahusay. The defensive specialist, sila Dorendes. Of course, sila Atienza, ng Cool Smashers, Bang Pineda, Jack Junella.
Yun yung mga unsung heroes
Yes, yes.
of every single match.
That they make the offense better.
Exactly. Set 2, underway.
And they help out the playmakers a lot.
That's right, Coach Ron. Arado will give this one to Fiola Ceballos. Wong.
Look at Tarado.
Nandun si Arado. Ceballos again, challenging the blockers of Vietnam. Tram will go to Oin. Good dig by Tobino. Ceballos again.
Excellent placement.
Scrambling for that ball. No go. Puntos.
And again, Arado protecting the floor, enabling Ceballos to mount consecutive and multiple points of attack. Top speed. Finds the seam in the defense. Finally beating the defense ng libero na kanina. Grabe yung mga dig. One-hand dig, diving
Lahat.
effort, lahat.
So versatile as well as a libero. Right now, Fiola Ceballos, who scored just a while ago, 5 points for her to kick off our set number 2.
She was too quiet for comfort kanina para sa high-speed hitters, not getting her touches. But eventually, in the end, nung nababantayan, yung mga pin hitters, pinuntahan ni Rhea Makulangan
That's
sa
right,
dulo. And
Coach
she
Ronnie.
delivered.
So again, a lot of the PLDT high-speed hitters contributing here in this game. The quick was no good. Great block by Reyes. Morente through the block, gets it. As we send it over to Rain Tixon for her part. Go ahead, Rain.
We said it over and over again na ang daming bago sa Invitational Conference. And just a few days ago, we welcomed Vietnam's Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. And in their first game against Kurashiki, it was revealed that the team's strength was their blocking. But did you know that the team's average height is just 5'6"? And just like many teams here in the PVL, Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh is a mix of veterans and youngsters, with the youngest being middle blocker Nguyen Ngoc, who is only 17, and backup libero Chan An, who's just 16. Now let's go back to the match, which you can experience better through the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month. Now back to you, Billy and Coach Ronnie.
Thank you so much for that, Rain. Well, great experience for the younger players of Vietnam. I mean, Rain mentioned they have a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old. So imagine all the learnings that they're going to get from their veteran teammates, as well as playing internationally, Coach Ron.
Of course. Well said. And we're hopeful that next season we will have either these two guest teams once again. Kasi last year, iba yung lumaban, di ba?
Right.
Iba ang nakalaro ng Creamline Cool Smashers sa finals. This season is a totally different challenge for our local teams.
And it's a welcome challenge for them as well.
Yes.
And right now, as we get back to our game, we have a service error from Fiola Ceballos. It's a 1-point advantage now for PLDT.
Only 5 errors in the first set for PLDT. Red Shirts, meanwhile, committed 7 with at least 2 happening to them doon sa duluhan ng
Sa
unang
crucial
set.
parts
Oo.
ng set na yon. We have Tobino, gets it. Royce Tobino now top scoring here for PLDT. 6 points for her. Beautiful attack using the blockers.
Yes, and now we have gotten a good feel on how Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh has defended high-speed hitters. So nakakadiskarte na ang mga pin hitters.
At naka-adjust na rin sila here in the second set.
Alam na rin nila kung saan nila dadalhin, sino yung mahusay sa floor defense, sino yung matibay sa net, sa blocking.
Take a look at the attack point. 17 here for PLDT, as that is another service ace for the high-speed hitters. That is their third of the game. 2 from Fiola Ceballos and this one from Mika Reyes.
They gave up 5 aces to Kurashiki last night. Talking about Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh.
As Reyes continues to serve here, but that one will sail outside. A little too long for Mika, a little too strong for her. 2-point lead now for PLDT. We have the team captain, Nguyen Oin.
Who committed a costly service error in the previous set.
Right now, a bit silent, talking about the team captain. 2 points for her. Tobino,
Wow.
another good save there by the libero of Vietnam.
Excellent sequence for the High Speed Hitters, making something out of nothing. And that break ball as Tobino able to get that ball across safely with force.
And it's a much better start here for the PLDT High Speed
Oh, yes,
Hitters. And
no
sabi
doubt.
nga natin, Coach Ronnie, they were able to adjust, you know, from that first set.
Saka
Talking
iba rin yung nakuha mo talaga yung unang set.
That's
Lily.
right. A lot of confidence rin na nakuha nila. And syempre yung momentum na sustain.
Nakadiin yung Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh eh.
Halos hindi sila pinatawan in that first set.
PLDT, despite of the fact that Vietnam committed late errors, really took that set. Tinrabaho talaga nila.
And so far, it's a great start here for the High Speed Hitters. It's a 4-point lead in our second set. Morente to serve. Tram. Great blocking. Dimac goes to Palumata. They send it over. It's alive. Again, Rhea de Macolangan with a 1-2 place. Second here in our game as we go through our first technical timeout. PLDT in the lead 8-3. Experience a new way to feel the heart of volleyball. Watch every set, spike, dig, and block on any device, anytime, anywhere via Pilipinas Live. Download the app now and subscribe for only 99 pesos per month. Happy Monday to all our fans. Let's take a quick look first before anything else what went down before our quick little timeout. Of course, Del Palomata, Rhea de Macolangan really contributing heavily to the scoring here of PLDT, and that is why they are in the lead here in our second set.
Very good start. Looking to sustain and build on this lead.
5-point lead for them. Vietnam needs to come up with something. Royce Tobino. Cham. De Macolangan again.
Two of the first 9 points coming from Dima. Third point scored by Dima. Excellent save by Mitch Morente. Nobody reacting to Rhea de Macolangan. Bilis nung mate.
And that is her third point of the game, Coach Ronnie.
One of the leading scorers, in fact, para sa High Speed Hitters. Sabi mo nga, collective yung offense nila. Number 4 right now in the competition. Something that they are able to do in the last 4 sets dahil sweep laban sa F2 Logistics tapos nakuha yung unang set laban sa Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh.
Tram off the block. That was Fan Mi.
Look at this last sequence. That was against Del Palomata.
Yep, using the hands of Del Palomata. Great placement for Fan Mi. And finally, they get something going here for their squad. Arado D-Mac to Palomata.
Oy.
That's a miscue.
Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh had more attack points than PLDT. They had 16 compared to 14 of the high-speed hitters. But the high-speed hitters had more blocks and more aces. Yung tubo na isa, lamang na isa, pag sinumatotal mo sa dalawang kategorya, malaking bagay yun.
That's right, Coach Ron. Fan Mi on deck to serve for Vietnam. Ceballos. Arado passes it to Tobino. That is inside. Finds the edge.
That's the value of Kat Arado was served as the secondary setter. Maski na hindi maayos yung reception, nagagawa niya ng paraan. At ito yung mga binabanggit niya kanina na hindi pa buo, no? Pero the longer that they play together, especially with their ace hitter na si Royce Tobino, the better that they will be. But the only way they will be able to do that ay manalo para maka-advance at makalaro ng mas marami na magkakasama sila.
And so far, Coach Ronnie, it's been a good second set here for PLDT.
Right.
Nakita natin yung chemistry nga nila that they're still working on. And of course, natutulong din yung mga attack errors, yung mga unforced errors ng Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh.
And I believe that one of the scouting reports para sa PLDT is that they've identified yung talagang points of attack ng Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. Makikita mo kung saan ang punta ng mga touches eh.
For Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh, they have 7 errors right now. And that is going to be a great cross-court attack from
again,
Fiola Ceballos.
Better cross-court coverage for PLDT. They struggled with that up to the midpoint of the first set, but right now they are reading the points of attack much better. As the result, defense leading to offense, building another good cushion here in set number 2.
Basta kung mag-A or back na nandun ka banda, silip na talaga. Pero kasi para makatulong dito.
Người ta đánh được mà người ta không đánh được. Xa lưới thế thì không biết bó vào trong này. Đánh bóng tự nhiên đã không có người dồn lên. Vừa nãy em lùi xuống em không chuẩn bị à? Hả? Lùi xuống thì chuẩn bị đá bóng chứ mà lùi xuống đây đứng nhìn thì thế thì nói chuyện gì? Hả?
Bây giờ nhá, xuống em đang vào trong.
The tone is the same. The lead is much more. And for them to be able to overcome this 7-point deficit, they have to play better and replicate what they showed in the previous set, talking about Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh.
It's proving to be an uphill climb here for Team Vietnam in our second set.
Nasukat ng high-speed hitters.
It's a great adjustment by PLDT and the coaching staff of PLDT as well. They go to Wong. Here comes Fiola using the blockers.
Off the block. And Fiola Ceballos has been an excellent contributor for PLDT in the absence of Jovi Prado.
And that is her 7th point of the
And
game.
Jovi has been the rallying point of this team after she went down with a knee injury. Para kay Ate Jovi, sabi nga nila.
Of course, I'm pretty sure that they are missing, the scoring prowess of Jovi Prado. But on the upside of things, as we keep mentioning, a lot of people have been stepping up.
Ceballos will miss in that last attack.
We have Mr. Baji Del Rosario.
That's Baji Del Rosario, formerly of the Ateneo Blue Eagles, of course.
Team manager of PLDT
Right.
now, enjoying this match on a Monday evening. As we get back to our game at hand, here comes Fiola Ceballos again.
8 points for Ceballos to lead all scorers for PLDT. 4 points in the first set, 4 here in set number 2. And the lead has ballooned right now for the high-speed hitters. Dahil yung excellent na net defense at floor defense dito para sa Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh sa unang set, dito nag-evaporate.
Parang nakita natin they're not as confident as they were in that first set. Here comes Wong. That's a one-hand save.
From Palomata.
Right. Tobino. Tram will go to Wong again. And finally gets the point. Stops the bleeding here for Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh.
Looking for multiple and consecutive points on the red shirts for them to cut into what was once an 8-point deficit.
Win Wong now with 9 points, and she's leading the scoring here for Vietnam as she did in their previous game. But her
Best point
teammates,
of attack.
their teammates really need to step up as well, Coach Ronnie. Here comes Ceballos. Good defense.
Coverage by the playmaker.
Chance here for PLDT. They choose Fiola.
Wow.
That goes down the line for Fiola Ceballos. There was a check
ball,
there.
right. Block touch. Ceballos, perfect timing once again. Ceballos has been consistently producing big numbers, helping out Del Palomata, Royce Tubino.
In their previous game, their win against F2, she had 9 points.
In that losing cause versus C Signal, she had 8.
So it's an upward trend here for Fiola Ceballos. That's going to be a point for PLDT.
From Long, not liking that sequence. Second technical timeout, they face the biggest deficit, down 9 at 16-7.
Lại đi, lại đi. Cứ một là con phải thấp chân xuống.
Đánh bóng mà đừng cái này đeo bóng mà nó nhớ lắm gì.
Lại đi làm lại, chắn vào. Chắn vào trong một tí, chắn chậm thôi, đừng có phải chắn chân tiên. Cứ sờ một tí nào, sờ một tí nào. Chắn chậm thôi. Chậm một cái góc số 17 nó quẹt. Đấy rồi. Đi chân lại của em hả? Con để bảo nhau. Ôi, cháu.
Welcome back to the PVL. Kat Arado may be a multi-awarded veteran, but did you know she still gets jitters during game days? Let's see another side of the steady libero in our latest edition of the Weekend.
Ramdam ko talaga yung pressure every papunta ko ng venue. Pero pag napagpawisan na nakita, parang nag-e-enjoy. Wala, nakakalimutan ko na yung pressure, nakakalimutan ko na yung nerves, nakakalimutan ko na kung sino yung nasa harap ko. Gusto ko lang maglaro ng volleyball.
There you have it, Kath Arado, our featured player on our V-Quick. Sabi nga ni Rain, still gets a jitters when she plays, which I'm pretty sure is normal, Coach Ron, because if hindi ka nervous and parang wala kang pakialam, di ba?
Hindi naman. Minsan hindi lalabas yung, pag hindi lumabas yung adrenaline, kasama yun eh.
And sometimes you can mistake being nervous for just being excited. As we get back to our match, 8-16 in favor of the PLDT High Speed Hitters.
Good size lead here for the High Speed Hitters.
Very comfortable lead for them.
Jumping the gun against Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh in this set.
And we see that Jessie De Leon is on the court right now for Coach Gerald Ricafort in place of Mika Reyes. And that point will go to PLDT.
Still no sign of Mayan Mendres. Santos saw action briefly together with the second playmaker para sa high-speed hitters na si Puzon.
And Mayan Mendres only played in 2 games for PLDT this conference.
The struggle continues for Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh again. I will reiterate, that is how important that first set win was for PLDT.
Really banking on that momentum, that confidence that they garnered.
They sort of softened up yung fighting spirit ng younger unit.
Vietnam looking a little confused here in our second set. Ceballos on deck to serve. Sram will go to Oin. They give this one to Royce Subino. She's blocked. Arado to Morente. Off the hands of their libero.
Free ball.
Chance here for the black shirts.
Wow.
Back set to Jessie De Leon. That point will go to Vietnam.
First touch for Jessie. Could not convert.
But there is going to be a challenge called from PLDT. They're going to say that there was a block touch.
Certified architect, Jessie De Leon.
Also a model from time to time,
Yes.
Coach Ron.
I believe she built the house of Jaja Santiago.
And Neil Flores.
See?
Multifaceted athlete slash fashion. Also, she loves to post a lot of outfits, Coach Ron.
OOT. Yun ba yun?
Dapat ikaw din, Coach.
Wow.
Well, Jessie De Leon also, seeing more playing time here in this game. Let's take a look. There really was a block touch on that attack. Looks pretty clean from this angle, so there wasn't any. That's going to be an unsuccessful block touch for Coach Roderick for the rest of the PLDT High Speed Hitters.
She tried to hit away from the blocker. Went for an angled hit.
And the point will remain with Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. We have Pham Quinn on deck to serve. 4 points off 4 attacks for her. De Maculangan, back set to Jessie again.
Well placed by De Leon. Excellent placement for De Leon. Has always found a team to play for. Magang kasama eh. Saka always ready when she's called to play.
And I think she used to play for the Petrogas Angels
Right, like
a
Joey
while
Braga.
back. And she will go ahead and serve for PLDT. It's a 10-point lead for this team. Tram. And that's going to be a point.
Emphatic
Finally,
point.
yes, for Fan Mi,
Player number 11,
outside hitter.
who had a total of 3 points last night. Only 2 players scored in double figures. Player number 5 with 14, player number 7 with 10.
That's Fan Mi's second point of the game. Their team captain on deck to serve now. Dimac will go to Morente with a
Wow.
sharp cross court.
And the net defense that was almost always there to make it difficult for PLDT to score in set 1 is no longer as visible. But what about that first ball? Once again, by Arado. Hindi na kailangan gumalaw. Si Rede Maculangan para dumiskarte.
That's why Kath Arado is a backbone on defense here for the high-speed hitters, which we talked about a while ago during our pre-game. And she makes everybody's job so easy, most especially
True.
Rhea de Maculangan. We have Puzon and Santos back on the court again. That's a
What a
good serve. Very sharp serve. Fan Mi. Puzon sends this one to Royce Tobino.
And again,
Nobody there for Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh.
they were there. The coverage was not able to keep that ball up. Ceballos and Tubino, nasukat na yung depensa. Body facing diagonal, going down the line, scoring off the block. Tubino now nearing the double-digit mark. Tama ba? 8. For Royce Tubino coming off a 20-point game. Ceballos with 10. Tubino with 8. 3 here in this set. Ceballos has a total of 6 second set points. That's 6 of the 21. So bumaliktad. Kanina, si Tubino yung nangunguna. Ngayon si Ceballos ng starring role.
And 11 points ang kailangan habulin ng Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh here in our second set. Tobino once again. And it continues
Eto
for
na,
PLDT. It's closing time for them here.
11-point lead para sa PLDT. The first set was so close, it took 34 minutes to end with over 10 deadlocks.
It looks like Coach Gerald Ricafort using the bench here.
Right.
Jules Samonte checking in for the first time in our game.
Former palarong pambansa MVP. Who played
of
for
Ateneo.
Ateneo, right?
Former Rookie of the Year as well for the Blue Eagles.
Bilis ng panahon, nung nagdaan yung pandemya.
Just like that.
Oo, 2 years yun nawala eh.
They go to Wong. And they needed that point, talking about Vietnam. But again, this is going to be an uphill climb for them here in our second set.
That's a rare off-speed winner coming from Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh.
We have Ngoc coming in. And she heads on over to the service line. One of the tallest players that they have standing at 5'8". Erica Santos.
Another good first ball. Excellent reception.
That's gonna be her first point.
Alam mo, hindi lang yung efficiency, pero yung hatid doon sa setter.
Nothing too special on that attack. Just very efficient here for PLDT. 2 points away from winning set number 2.
And when you talk about efficiency sa floor defense, that's got to spell the name of Kath Arado.
Definitely, Coach Ronnie. And Wong gets another point of her own, and she has been carrying this Vietnam squad on her back.
Ito was si Del Palomato. She tried.
Trying to emulate Kath Arado.
Kailangan talaga. Pero meron siyang mga magandang defensive effort dun sa dulo ng first set.
Puzon to Jessie De Leon
2
for the
points for
quick.
De Leon in the set. The reception efficiency of PLDT has been on high, especially in the last part of the first set. And alam mo, napaka-ayos na pinapakita nitong si Dennis Puzon as a secondary playmaker.
That's right. Great steady setting here for Puzon. Back set. On for the push. Nandoon si Arado as usual. Here comes Erica Santos. Tram. And that's going to be Quinn.
They were behind earlier by 11 set points. They erased 1.
That's her 5th point in our game. Talking about Pham Quinn. Nguyen Huong serving now. 14 serving 24. Puzon chooses Fiola Ceballos.
That's it. 1 and done for Fiola Ceballos. 7 second set points for Ceballos.
And 11 points for Ceballos here in our match. As we take a look at this, PLDT just doing everything here in this game like a well-oiled machine. You can finally see the chemistry working for them. And they win set number 2.
Experience a new way to feel the heart of volleyball. Watch every set, spike, pick, and block on any device, anytime, anywhere. Download the Venus Live and subscribe for a special introductory offer of 99 pesos a month to enjoy extended pre- and post-game coverage, exclusive camera angles, multi-view streaming, and free in-depth stories. Follow Venus Live on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok to know more. We also like to invite everybody to check out the league's official website, PVL.PH.
This Good Vibes song is brought to you by Greenline Baby Ice Cream. Love for Good Vibes, love Greenline.
New streaming experiences also await by the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month. It's the PLDT High Speed Hitters versus Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. And that set number 2 belonged to PLDT. And what a set number 2 that was for them, really showing their dominance.
It was a wire-to-wire win para sa PLDT High Speed Hitters. Tama yung sinabi mo, a dominant performance for PLDT across the board. Attacking, defending, net defense, and the steadiness as well. And you also have multiple players and players off the bench helping out on offense. Del Palamata a major force. Mika Reyes also had her glints of brilliance. But overall, it was Ceballos and Tubino who controlled their offense. At ang kagandahan, to the like of team manager Bajida Rosario, yung magandang effort nila versus F2 Logistics. Next spin over dito. Massive advantage in attack points, plus 10. Wala ka nakikitang kill blocks, but the shots that they have changed and they've slowed down, napakalaki dahil sa block attempts. And then putting pressure on the reception efficiency of Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. Overall, even though they had one more error, it was a one-sided second set that we saw. For the high-speed hitters, were aiming to close out this match with another set that they aim to pocket and bring home their second consecutive win in the semifinals.
That's right, Coach Ronnie and PLDT. Rain talked about it during our pregame. They had the words champion written in the locker room. And they said, they may be down, but they're not out. And we can see that today, that they continue to fight here in our game this Monday. Of course, Kath Arado paving the way for them. We have Fiola Ceballos, Royce Tobino, even Mitch Morente. Everybody contributing to the success of their squad here in our game. And their inspiration, none other than Jovi Prado.
Who scored 22 points in the first 2 games.
Well-loved player here for PLDT.
Right.
One of the best scorers
And
that they
a champion player as well.
Exactly, Coach Ron. And they're going to do all of this. Maybe take it all the way till the end. Who knows for Jovi Prado.
Again, the chase is on. Because there will only be 2 teams who will make it to the 1-game finals. And right now, Japan 2-0, Creamline Cool Smashers, unscathed, with 2 straight wins as well. Wala pang talo ni isang beses
That's
ang
right,
Cool
Coach
Smashers,
Ron.
all conference lang.
And that's why if you're Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh, you really want to try to win this game, because tomorrow you're going to be facing the Creamline Cool Smashers.
Exactly. And
That's at 4 p.m.
Doesn't get easier.
Definitely not. And for F2, they will be facing Kurashiki Ablaze. And that will be a service error from Vietnam. The woes continue here for Vietnam. Not the best of starts for them in set number 3. As Fiola Ceballos prepares to serve for the black shirts. Currently 11 points for her, the only player in this game. Sorry, that was for PLDT in double digits. Wong has 12 points of her own on the side of Vietnam. Let's take a look at this.
Good save. Leading to this zero-tempo play. And again, the libero play has been excellent in this match for both teams. Although, syempre, may advantage para kay Kath Arado dahil mas consistent siya.
And if you're Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh, this is the perfect time for you to turn things around for yourself. And that's going to be a point.
Better start for the red shirts.
That's Fan Mi.
After going down early in the previous set, now they're up by a single point. Something we did not see of them sa nakalipas na pangalawang
And
set.
they do need that sense of urgency, especially here in our third set.
As a shot in the arm sa kanilang confidence bank na naging shaky dun sa pangalawang set.
Correct.
Wow.
Here comes Chuan. But what a block here by PLDT as they turn it over for Rain Dixon.
Royce Tobino was the key player in that statement win of PLDT over F2 Logistics. And while some may think that this was her filling in the shoes of Jovi Prado, Royce told me that this was just her natural instinct to step up in the semifinals. Just a conference ago, Royce was consistently the top scorer of the Army Lady Troopers, so her ability to score should not be put into question. When I talked to her about what a win does like that, in her mental, she told me that while it makes her happy, she needs to continue to stay focused as the race is far from over. Let's go back to enjoying this match, which you can experience better through the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month. Now back to you, Billy and Coach Ronnie.
Thank you so much for that, Rain. And of course, the work does not stop here for Royce Tobino. It's all about consistency,
Right.
Coach Ron. Just because she scored 20 points in that previous game doesn't mean it stops there.
How many games and how many times will you play for PLDT given that she is on loan, kung di ako nagkakamali, from the Lady Troopers? Kasi enlisted ito eh. So sila Jovi Gonzaga, sila Jella Nunag, di ba? Lumipat kasi hindi sila nag-participate. Oops!
As we get back to this game, here comes Mitch Morente
Excellent.
finding that hold of the defense of Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh.
And you can sense that she knew where to place that shot before she took it. Nakita na niya
Good read
kung
for
saan ang
her.
opening. Off speed against the double block. Beats the defense of Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh.
Mitch Morente, 7 points for her as we are tied at 3-all.
Good rebound performance offensively for Morente. Only had 3 points in the 3-set win.
Great showing for her so far in our game. Chuan.
Better third set here for Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. Fighting for dear lives.
And more aggressive on the attack as well.
At pumapasok yung mga palo. Mitch Morente, a total of 39 points the first 4 matches. And then 17 here in the semis.
But another error here for Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. As PLDT now ties this game 4-all. Fan Mi quickly apologizes to Famlong, Coach Famlong. We have Royce Tobino, one of the veterans of the squad, on deck to serve for PLDT. That was a good receive. Here comes Xuan. Good save by Arado. Ceballos blocked. Tobino babalik kay Fiola.
Good save.
Chance here. They go to Xuan again. Tucks it in.
She's back with her scoring ways. Natahimik ng gusto kanina yan. 5 points.
And a more energetic Vietnam team we're witnessing and we're watching here in our third set.
8 points last night, 5 points so far. Total of 13 in 2 matches. But they need more. Not just from her, but from the rest of her teammates.
Dimac to Del Palomata.
Ako naman, kanina pa siya ina-atake. Yes, di makulangan feeds. Del Palomata, but once again, thumbprint of Kat Arado all over the glass point with that fine reception once more.
Del Palomata in our invitational conference, she's averaging around 10 points per game. Right
Correct.
now, she has 5.
Ano to 44 points in 4 matches, then plus 4, plus 8. 56 points in 5 games heading to this match. O ilan siya ngayon, Billy? 5, so 63 points so far. But those points, especially in the previous set, in the first set, were quality points. Points in the clutch, lalo sa end game.
Make that 6 points already for Del Palomata.
The leading scorer
Coach
for
Ron.
the high-speed hitters.
That was a good save. Ball is still playable. They go to Wong. That's going to be a point for PLDT.
And that's the value of keeping that ball in play. At least, may chance ka na magkamali yung kalaban sa transition.
And that is her third error in our ball game today. Talking about Win Wong.
At least 3 of the first 7 points ng PLDT coming from errors ng Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh.
So Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh needs a bit more composure here. And of course, after that service error, so does PLDT. It's back to a 1-point lead. We have Nguyen Ngoc on the service line for Vietnam. They're down by 1 point in our third set. Dimac. That's going to be a violation.
Net touch, clearly.
It's a violation called on Nguyen Wong. Again, she is the top scorer here.
Well, she knew that she had the advantage over Rhea de Macolangan.
As we move on over to our first technical timeout of set number 3 right after this replay. Come and watch the best basketball players in the globe and cheer them on live inside the venues. The FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 single game pass is now available for as low as 499 pesos. Get your tickets at SM Tickets, Ticketnet, or Philippines-ticketing-worldcup.basketball. Billy Capistrano with Coach Ronnie Magsanok and Rain Tixon. PLDT versus Vietnam, Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh, and that's going to be a service ace from Rhea de
And that's
Maculangan.
point number 4 for the Maculangan.
You're right, Coach Ron.
First line of offense delivered by the playmaker.
Also contributing some offense as well. Some points. Talking about Rhea, she'll go for another one. Better reception here. Wong goes for the cross court.
Finally beats the defense of Catarado. We saw that multiple times in the first set. And that first set was the best set we've seen from Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. Slight in the previous set, but right now fighting hard to try and stay close to the high-speed hitters.
And we have Win Wong now with 13 points.
Good coverage.
Fan Mi waiting for it. Cath Arado was there. De Maculangan back set to Mitch Morente. Good defense by Vietnam. Fan Mi one more time. And that is outside, a little too wide.
And these cross-court shots connected most of the time. That's why they had more attack points in that first set loss compared to the high-speed hitters. But in the last two sets, especially in the second set, hindi tumama, hindi pumasok.
3-point lead now here in our game. PLDT. Wong. What a good dig there by Morente. Tobino. They're scrambling for the ball still alive. Wong tries. She's denied. And Quinn.
Still good effort from Jessie De Leon. Covered at the left side. Run over to the middle. Good anticipation, but she was beaten. Good placement.
And Quinn right now, she is the second best scorer in her squad with 7 points. Interesting to note, Coach Ron, their team captain, who's a second
Very
best scorer,
quiet,
very
ano?
quiet, 2 points lang siya.
Na-frustrate ng maaga, especially dun sa second set.
Here comes Royce Tobino.
Perfect. Coming from the Maculangan.
Great play here for PLDT. Let's take a look at this.
Look at the delay. Faking to De Leon. That
Only
was the
one
decoy.
blocker, right?
The back set was the decoy.
Only one blocker right in front of Royce Tobino. Very dangerous.
You see the way Topino plays when you get to the postseason. Tumataas yung level.
That's going to be an over-receive chance here for PLDT. Babalik sa PLDT yung bola. We have a joust at the net. They're going to give this one to Morente.
Again, the ability to read the defense, see the floor, and the thought process.
And you know, that's right, Coach Ron. Vietnam
Kita mo po, pag pihit niya, alam na niya kung saan niya dadalhin again.
a little confused after that play. You could see they're all looking at one another after that point as Coach Pham Long will call for time.
Nhưng mà ít nhất mà phải theo được quả bóng, mà đứng phải nhìn. Cả hai chị em đứng phải nhìn. À, người ta phải theo quả bóng mới đi, rồi đánh bóng mà cứ đứng nhìn bóng rơi đất. Hay chờ nó ra ngoài à? À. Đánh bóng thế thì làm sao mà đánh được quả bóng, cứ đứng nhìn quả bóng rơi đất.
There you have it. Of course, you can see the passion with Coach Pham Long. Really not so happy with how things are going for his squad. But first, let's take a look at this Southeast Showdown. We got 19 excellent digs for Cath Arado. And of course, for the libero of Vietnam, 16 excellent digs. That's Dang Tuan.
Facing the challenge and embracing the challenge is Cath Arado.
Excellent job from both liberos so far.
Like that.
Fan Mi, unsuccessful. Palomata
Ooh.
to Tobino. They go to Fan Mi again. She's been solid here in this game.
Wow.
Nobody there again for Vietnam. Just lots of lapses in terms of their defense,
Yes,
Coach Ronnie.
hindi na sila nakakilos yung bilis doon sa unang set. But what about the effort coming from Palomata and Tobino? Yung sungkit ni Tobino kanina, yung kinawit, halos tumama na sa antena yung bola.
And right now, the pressure has shifted to the side of Vietnam. You can see PLDT, having a good time here. Xuan And they finally get something going. They needed that swing, and that was a check.
9 serving 13.
It's a 4-point advantage here for PLDT. Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh can definitely still catch up. But the problem is, will PLDT run away with this lead? Pham Quinn, 7 points, 7 attacks. Dimac, back set to Morente, good blocking. Dimaculangan, Morente will try again. Successful this time around.
Big scoring game for Mitch Morente. 9 for Morente. Best scoring output here in the semis. 7 points, 3 points is what she has contributed against Signal AG Spikers. They have 2 logistics.
And Morente has averaged, or is averaging, around 8 points per game currently here in our conference, Coach Ronnie. As Xuan, nandoon si Catharado, what a great dig from her. Fanmi from the other side.
Flipping the net. Making it difficult for Morente to get to that shot. From a high of 5, it is down to 4.
And they're taking it 1 point at a time. If you're PLDT, you don't want to allow them to catch up. Vietnam can still be a very dangerous team, as we saw in set number 1 against our Japanese guest team.
Kuroshiki. Japan.
4-point lead for PLDT. We got a rally going on here, ended by Royce Tobino.
Specialty
And
of the house.
the veteran, and showing us great things here in this match. It was not just a one-game fluke for Royce. We've seen her do this time and time again.
This is a 3-time NCAA champion.
And we know what she's capable of.
High scoring, really.
And syempre, diba, she was one of the newest players here for PLDT. There was that adjustment period, but it looks like she has adjusted quite well here. And great timing as well. Crucial points of our semifinals of our tournament. Here comes Wong from the back row. Dimaculangan finds Palomata with a little help from the net.
And Dallas continued her stellar play. Best showing I've seen para sa PLDT High Speed Hitters as a team as of late.
We have Sir Ricky Palou in attendance, as always, here at the Phil Sports Arena. Busy time here for PVL. Semifinals na po. This is a game between PLDT versus our guest team from Vietnam, Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. Of course, we have Kurashiki Ablaze, who just won their second game against Signal. So wala pa silang talo here in our invitational conference. So far, so good for them. And how about Royce Tobino? Top scoring here for the high-speed hitters with 12 points in our match.
But it was Fiona Ceballos who has been leading the way in scoring for them after the first set.
Exactly, Coach Ron. Here comes Ceballos with Chia's block. Great coverage for PLDT. They find Xuan. Goes down the line.
Rebounding and transitioning and scoring here for Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. Disallowing itong PLDT from even building a larger lead. Kanina, 6, muntik nang pumalo sa 7, pero ngayon ay bumaba sa 5.
That's right, Coach Ronnie, 5-point advantage. Oh, we see Mean Mendres checking in for the first time. She did not play in their previous 2 games. check that. She didn't play in the last game and came off the bench in their other game against Cherry Tigo. Great hustle. Are they able to send it over? A little too short for Vietnam. 6-point advantage now for the black shirts.
Slowly but surely, the separation continues to build for the high-speed hitters. At ang kagandahan si Coach Ral Ricafort, ginagamit talaga niya yung rotation niya. Kasi kailangan mo rin pahinga yung mga players eh.
And giving an opportunity to the other players. We see Jessie De Leon, of course, may Mendres who just checked in for the first
Saka
time today.
naranasan nila yan, diba? After that 5-set win laban sa Cherry Tigo, tumirik sila the next game. Na naranasan din ng F2 Logistics na tumirik din.
That's right.
When the high-speed hitters beat them after nung 5-set match nila versus the Cool Smashers.
And a quick one from Vietnam cuts the lead into 5 points.
Good zero tempo play on this quick hit.
That was Nguyen Ngoc, who sits back down.
Something that has been rare since the first set na kung saan meron pang pag-activate sa middle hitter.
Dimac to Jessie. They go to Quinn. Pancake save there by Arado. They find Wong, top scoring for her team. No go, unsuccessful.
Oops.
And we see that parang napatid si Jessie De Leon, but play continues. Looks like she's okay.
Excellent save.
De Maculangan.
She scores again.
You know, Rhea De Maculangan is definitely one of the smartest setters that we have in the league today.
Behind her excellence is the dedication to be in peak form. No? What we're seeing right now is how she's playing, how she has controlled the offense. Pero yung preparasyon, Billy, alam mo yan, kind of sacrifices that she has made to be in this level after
That's
many
right.
years of playing professional volleyball.
Of course, Rhea De Maculangan, you know, one of the veteran setters that we have.
Yes, the
Walang
discipline
kupas
that she
talaga.
has. And then, yung hunger.
You can still see it's still very, very evident in how she plays, Coach Ronnie. And right now, she should be very happy. It's a 6-point advantage for
Right.
PLDT. If they do end up winning this game, that's a, you know, jump-starting that winning streak, carrying that momentum over.
Si Gia Morado de Guzman ngayon ang barometer, ang gold standard ng setters. But before Gia came along, Rhea De Maculangan was one of the best.
That's right, Coach Ron. Here comes Wong with a push. Nandoon si Morente. Wong will try again. She's blocked. They'll go for someone else, and that is successful for Quinn.
Good variation, good ball distribution. Covered dito sa open, biglang binato sa gitna.
That was Pham Quinn.
2 points here in this set at least.
She has 8 points right now here in this game. Dima finds Jessie again. Fan Mi, single block.
Good reaction time coming from Di Maculangan.
Ceballos goes for the swing. Chance here.
Tight.
They go to Wong with a push. Great defense by Ceballos. Another chance here for Vietnam, and they choose to go to Wong.
Mendres is late again.
Man Mendres trying to shake off the rust after coming off the bench here in our third set.
A high of 6, it's down to 4. Late fight back. Coming from Vietnam.
Four-point lead na lang for PLDT. De Maculangan, kneeling set kay Mitch Morente. Makes it a 5-point lead again, and count on Mitch Morente to turn things around for PLDT.
Diffusing the tension is allowing Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh from inching even closer. 1 point away from hitting the 20th point here in set number 3.
And we have 3 high-speed hitters.
In double figures?
Double digits, yes, Coach Ronnie. We have Morente, of course, Royce Sabino, and Fiola Ceballos.
Last time we saw that, I believe, was against the Cherry Tigo crossovers. But that was a 5-setter.
But don't look now. We have Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. Iniisa-isa yung mga puntos, yung lead ng high-speed hitters. So again, they gotta be careful here. Talking about PLDT.
Chinatsaga.
14 points for Nguyen Wong. Dimac to Morente. Sharp cross-court for Mitch Morente.
What about the playmaking of Dimac once again? Faking to Jesse De Leon. Going to Mitch Morente, who has been so good in the last 2 sets.
That is her 11th point of the ball game. As Jesse De Leon on deck to serve for the black shirts. It is 20, serving 15. Crucial time here for both our teams.
Most of the points of Mitch Morente have come here in the 3rd set.
Schwan gets something going here for Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh.
Going down the line, a rare attack down the line for Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh.
And they gotta step it up, Coach Ron. It's a 4-point lead, back to a 4-point lead. They have Pham Quinn on the service line for the red shirts. De Maculangan will find Mean Mendres. She's dug up. Just at the net.
Excellent effort by Mean
By
Mendres.
Mean Mendres. And that's
That's
going to be her first point of the game.
Welcome sign for Coach Rod Ricafort in their bid to close out this match. In the 3rd set, as Rachel Ostero also gets floor time here from Coach Rod Ricafort.
So far, Coach Ronnie, everybody in the roster has been fielded in. So we have Rachel Ostero and, of course, Isa Viray, their libero. So lahat nakalaro na for Coach Rod Ricafort.
Formerly of San Beda. May kakambal ito eh.
The libero.
Yes.
Yes.
Saka dati, wing spiker sila.
Right. Here comes Schwan. Good dig by Viray. Ostero sends it back. That's going to be a point for Rachel Ostero.
Make no mistake about it. These are good players.
They really are, Coach Ron.
These are really good players. Ostero, of course, from CSB.
That's right.
Champion player ito.
And with that, Coach Pham Long will once again call for time. Let's listen in.
Tính toán được là mình phải là từ đằng sau thì nó mới hợp lý. Còn nếu mà em quỳ em chuyển đằng trước thì chết thua rồi, đúng rồi. Chuyện hai thế không ạ? Mình phải đấy những quả bóng như thế mình ngồi xuống làm thế nào mình chiếm vị trí mình đặt từ đằng sau. Đấy mới là có thể nó mới thoáng được. Còn nếu mà em đứng trên như thế thì hai người chắn được đấy đánh được.
It might just be another win for PLDT if Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh does not step up here in our game. 22-16. There has to be that sense of urgency on the side of the red shirts. A lot of confidence here in the side of PLDT. We have Mitch Morente, one of the top scorers for the high-speed hitters.
One of 3 double-digit players for PLDT tonight. And again, if you go back to the initial set, yung unang set, parang yun ang naging pivotal set no, Billy, no? Kasi iba yung...
Tuloy-tuloy na, Coach Ron, after that.
Iba yung laban doon, iba yung sipag sa unang set.
Or maybe it's also the confidence that we keep saying that they got from that F2 game. I mean, sweeping F2 logistics. Here comes Schwan. Caf Arado a little too late to dig that up.
Still alive.
Still hanging on here in our game.
Automatic against the double block going cross court. Some beses nang down the line.
Avoiding the blockers. Good attack for Schwan. That is Lee Schwan. 18 serving, 22. Fan me on your screen. 6 points off 6 attacks for her. A good serve. De Maculangan finds Mean Mendres. Right to the hands of the libero. Schwan again. Could have been a good save for Mitch Morente.
Excellent drop.
Now it's only a 3-point lead, Coach Ron. 22-19 will prompt Coach Rod Ricafort to call for his timeout too.
Single block lang. Yung mga long kasi inahabol talaga ng design. Pag binaon niya pa ng binaon, matama talaga. Pagkitero. Ito pa rin. Mapasa.
Coach Roderick trying to stop that momentum from completely shifting
Yes.
over to the side
Looking
of
for,
Kinh
a break,
Bac-Bac
looking
Ninh.
for a side out or a break point. Ayaw mo magtuloy-tuloy ito, lalong-lalo na sunod-sunod ang mga laban. Gusto rin makapahinga yung mga manlalaro mo.
Siyempre, ayaw mabigyan ng kumpiyansa yung
Mahirap.
koponan.
Oo, mahirap
Especially at
masingitan
this
sa dulo.
stage.
Oo.
Di Makulangan gives it to Mean Mendres. They find Xuan. That's blocked. Di Makulangan to Rachel Ostero.
2
That's gonna be your
points.
second point. That's right, Coach Ronnie.
What about Di Makulangan putting the trust earlier on De Leon and then Mendres getting her touches. Ostero, once again, very fiery player. 1 point away from their first match point as Ceballos will be given a rest, but not after hurting the defense of Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh, especially in that first set win.
Well-deserved rest for Fiola
Kinayod niya yan.
Ceballos.
Oo, pati sa depensa.
11 points for her, Coach Ronnie. Great showing from her today as we see Jules Samonte now. They go to Xuan. She's blocked.
Ostero with back-to-back points.
And no coverage there for Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh, which means PLDT is now at match point.
Ostero scoring the last 2 points on two-way plays.
3 points for Coach Ron.
3 points on late here in set number 3.
Also great opportunity for the other players of
And
PLDT.
rewarding Coach Ricafort with the trust that he has put in them.
Jules Samonte, she's dug up. Xuan, past the blockers. Di Makulangan will find Jules Samonte. She wants everybody to score. Talking about Rhea. Ball still alive. That's gonna sail outside for Jules Samonte. Score now 24-20.
Saving 1 of 5 match points. Chance for PLDT to go up to 2-2 and take a hold of the second spot, or third spot rather. After natalo ang signal kanina, nabababa sa 1-3. Tinalo ng Japan na umakyat sa 2-0 para tablahan ang Creamline Cool Smashers.
We have Li Xuan waiting to serve here.
Hindi pala tatabla kasi 3-0 na ang Cool Smashers. 2-0 ang Kurashiki. Binasa ko na para sigurado.
Para sure na.
Oo.
Wala nang mistakes, di ba, Coach Ron?
Correct.
Speaking of mistakes, you know, for Vietnam, they cannot afford to make any here. From the back row, that's going to be a point for Vietnam. Don't look now. They're on the hunt for another set,
Too much
hopefully.
points saved.
But if you're PLDT, you want to finish this game.
Leading scorer with 11 points. Or second leading scorer with 11 points. On the
3-point
service
lead.
line,
It's only a 3-point lead, Coach Ron.
kumayod siya rito. 8 points here in the third set. Tama, di ba, Billy?
Oh, that's going to be a crucial service ace for Li Xuan. At sabi mo nga, Coach Ron, kumayo talaga siya here in this third set. Up until now, you know, she scored 3 points only. Right now, she is at 12.
It is down to 2.
Again, if you're PLDT, you don't want possibly Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh to gain that confidence. There's going to be no check on that one. That is going to sail outside. And take a look at that. It is 24-23. It's a very crucial attack error for Rachel Ostero as Coach Roderick will once again call for time.
DJ pa natin. Tapos tayo.
Ito lang ang target. Mag-1 on 1 sa A pag lumalayo. Same lang. Nag-off ng konti. Huwag ka na lumayo ng tumba. Mag-ilan tayo.
Sige lang, Mark. Mark, isa lang block. Dinagalaw na si Jun. Relax lang.
Magpwersahin ha. Komportable. Dapat sa gitna. Oo, let's go.
Receive muna, receive. PLDT!
Once again, the score right now, 24-23. Very slim 1-point advantage here for the black shirts. So Vietnam, they're in the position to possibly, play catch-up. But we'll see how things will pan out. We have Li Xuan. She's been effective on the service line so far. Di Makulangan will go to Ostero. Good save. And what about that last play, Coach Ronnie, for Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh?
What about Rede Makulangan showing full trust? Rachel Ostero was scored 4 third set points. They lost majority of those 5 match points, but had one more to be able to close out this match as Ostero saving that set and helping the High Speed Hitters sweep Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh for their second straight 3-set win.
So far for Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh, still no wins here in the Invitational Conference. Tomorrow is going to be crucial for them as they face the Creamline Pool Smashers. Total team effort here for the PLDT High Speed Hitters. And we relive this game and all PVL games and stories anytime, anywhere on the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month. 25-23, 25-14, 25-23. We'll be back for more volleyball when we return. Back here, and the PLDT High Speed Hitters win this game against Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh. Again, 25-23, 25-14, 25-23. As we turn it over to Rain Texon, who is with our best player of the game. Rain, who are you with?
Yes, I am with our best player of the game, Fiola Ceballos. First of all, congratulations, Fiola. Yung mga games na to, talagang nag-shine kung paano yung pagka-all-around player mo. How do you stay consistent in matches like these?
Siguro nag-start sa training kasi every other day yung game. So, training talaga ng tuloy-tuloy.
Tapos nung dumikit yung Vietnam sa third set, nakita ko na composed pa rin yung PLDT. Do you think yung confidence na to galing sa first two set wins ninyo at saka yung win nyo last time?
Siguro kasi may ano din kami sa second stringers namin na trust na kaya nila yung sa loob ng court.
Alright, and right now, you are in a 2-game winning streak. Your second appearance in the semifinals. Paano nyo natutuloy-tuloy yung momentum nyo, especially ngayon na medyo naghahabol kayo sa semifinals?
Siguro recovery siguro sa katawan kasi sobrang hectic ng schedule. Tapos training sa depensa, lahat-lahat. Review everyday, viewing everyday.
Now, of course, you have a message to your fans who are watching here in the venue and also on our lives, Pilipinas Live.
Thank you po sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa PLDT po and sa management ng PLDT, thank you po.
Alright, that was our player of the game, Fiola Ceballos.
Thank you so much, Rain, and of course, congratulations to Fiola and the rest of the PLDT High Speed Hitters. What a great game for them, jump-starting that winning streak. As we take a look at some of our match highlights.
They swept F2 Logistics in 3 straight sets. The first set was a dogfight, an epic battle. Itong Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh brought all that they had. Defensively, they were there. Offensively, they were sharp. But Palomata started it all as the middle hitter para kay Rede Makulangan. And then, of course, itong si Hani Royce Tubino. Si Mitch Morente also had her share, and even Mika Reyes. But eventually, it was Fiola Ceballos who was the game changer para sa team ni Coach Val Ricafort. Her first set excellence na kung saan dun sa dulo siya umingay at pumuntos ng gusto. That spilled over to the second set wherein they won easily. The third set fight back was there para sa team ng Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh, but that was not enough. As Jessie De Leon, Rachel Ostero, even Mayan Melendres from the bench, Uzon, Virai also had their share of brilliance to help out Coach Val Ricafort, and High Speed Hitters survived the challenge of the young unit from Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh.
As we take a look at some of the match statistics, Coach Ronnie, what numbers stand out to you the most?
Yung very limited errors ng PLDT. For the second straight match, they have kept their errors to a minimum. Offense has been controlled really well by the seamless playmaking of Rhea de Maculangan, and then the net defense. Tinanong tayo ni Rain kanina at sinagot ko, for PLDT to prevail, they have to have more blocks today against Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh, which registered 9 kill blocks in that 4-set loss to Japan last night, but only with one here in this 3-set defeat sa kamay ng PLDT.
And of course, tomorrow we still have a lot of games in store for everybody. That's July 25 right here at the Phil Sports Arena, 4 p.m. Kinh Bac-Bac Ninh will be facing the Creamline Pool Smashers. Wala pang talo here in our conference. And at 6:30 p.m., the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers will be going head-to-head with Kurashiki Ablaze. 2 games that you will not want to miss, so whether that's on Pilipinas Live or live here at the arena. Now, that is it for us today for One Sports. Coach Ronnie Magsano, Crane Tixon, Direct Marvin Chavez, and everybody behind this production. I'm Billy Capistrano, and this has been the 2023 PVL Invitational Conference.